Hello, welcome back to Made for Mums live on Facebook. We hope you've all had a lovely Christmas and having a joyful, maybe, start to 2017, and all the plans you have, or maybe didn't have, are coming well. Although actually, I think, Tara, that we've got a week left till we all break our resolutions anyway.
Oh, I never made any.
Yeah, no, I don't bother either. But
anyway, oh, it's like there's a date, isn't it?
So 17th of January. 17th is the date that we all give up.
Oh, it's pretty good going, I'd say.
But anyway, how was your Christmas?
It was really nice, really good, really relaxed. Trying to think now about how to get rid of some of the toys that we collected. But really good time. My daughter Bodie Ray had a lovely time. Got lots of things from Santa and other relatives.
Best bits, worst bits?
Best bits was eating lots of food, not worrying about the calories. Worst bits, thinking about the calories now, I suppose, and tidying up after people all the time.
Definitely.
And cooking. And how about you?
I think best bit was actually after Christmas. So we'd done all the running around, lots of people, good fun. And then I think on the 27th, we just had a day completely in our gym jams.
Oh, nice.
And just watched a film and ate popcorn and just did nothing. And that was lovely.
That is so nice.
Worst bit, it's probably thank you letters.
Oh.
Does your daughter do thank you letters?
I have to admit, Helen, that it doesn't even cross my mind. It's probably because generally the people are there at Christmas and she says thank you. But no, thank you letters.
Yeah, we have lots
to start thinking
sort of elderly relatives who send £2 in the post,
and
they need a thank you letter or maybe an email or something.
Yeah,
and there's so much moaning. I don't know if you get this. Do tell us in comments if you have a struggle with thank you letters, or if you just don't bother anymore. Maybe people don't bother, and I'm just very old-fashioned.
We're in the no bother camp, but
and it is such a hassle. I know.
Yeah, worth doing though.
Yeah,
good.
Well, I think so. I mean, I know that the elderly relatives of ours appreciate them. Anyway, we need to tell you about today's prize, because anybody who is watching and adds a comment or likes this broadcast is in with a chance of winning.
Yeah, we have got
blue
kangaroo. He's so adorable. Hello. And then we've got this brilliant squashable top seat high chair. Have you seen these sort of?
Yeah, they're brilliant, especially if you're going out to a cafe or restaurant with a little one. You can you don't have to ask for a high chair, or if they haven't got a high chair, these are great.
Yeah, really good. And then just a bundle of lovely books that you can read with your little ones and as they grow up. So really nice prize today. Lots of prize.
So do please add comments and like. Right, so we're going to get started with the parenting news that we've spotted and has made us angry, sad, laugh this week. And we're going to start with George Clooney and Amal Clooney and all the speculation that's going on at the minute about whether she's pregnant or not, and how we feel about that and how everyone else is talking about it. We have a thing here at Made for Mums where we think it's up to the woman to say when she's pregnant, and all this stuff about, someone's got a big tummy, celebrity or not. It's not fair to say, is she pregnant? Especially for those of us who have a big tummy anyway, and I don't want to be told, am I pregnant all the time? But apparently Piers Morgan this morning was saying, no, if celebrities are out there flogging their baby pictures, making money out of being a mum, then we've got every right to speculate about whether they're pregnant again or not.
I mean, he distanced his comment from Amal herself because A, she's never had a baby, and B, I know we say she is a celebrity now, but she hasn't made her career as a celebrity. She's a lawyer.
And I can't see her selling the baby pics, but you never know if she is pregnant.
Exactly. But I mean, it just takes me back to that Jennifer Aniston has never flogged her baby pics. No. And look at every, paper that says, she's walking along a beach and she's got a slight tummy and they decide she's pregnant. Is it really fair game? And even if it doesn't break laws and press boundaries, is it still sort of morally decent
I think it's
to do it, especially you don't know what's going on in their lives, whether they're trying for a baby and they're struggling. You don't know what's going on every day in the papers to see that. The celebrities, on the other hand, they do court the papers and they do use the papers for their own ends as well, so there's that side of it. But it's such a personal thing, isn't it?
Totally. And you don't, I mean that bit where you're a little bit pregnant and you're not really ready to tell everybody, that's such a private thing. It really is, however much of a celeb you are, and it's up to you. I really do think it's one of the few things in life that you get to decide when everybody knows.
Yeah. And I mean, who knows what that prompts for celebs, you know, if something does appear in the paper and then their mum or dad starts to ask questions and they have to, you know, they are human beings as well as being celebrities, you know, and they have those things, oh, I saw this, is it true, are you? And they have to deal with conversations that they might not have been ready to have, as you say. So I think we out and out don't agree with Piers on this, do we?
No, me either. We just think, stop it with the pregnancy speculation. You know, it's great when we find out and we celebrate with them, but until then, you know, just back off.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think, if you think that's fair. If you do think, I mean, you might have another point of view, and you might think that these celebs do court the papers and they do use the papers for their own ends. We'd love to know either way. Really interesting discussion, that one.
Yeah.
Piers Morgan gets our goat every now and then, doesn't he?
I think he does that on purpose.
He likes to wind people up.
He certainly does. We also wanted to talk about Fern Cotton, because she's been saying some stuff about being a mum, hasn't she, Tara?
Yes. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm trying to look at your comments. So Fern Cotton. Now, this is interesting because she's been talking about being a mum and saying how she never wants to dress like a mum. So we've just got a few pictures. I mean, she always looks fantastically glamorous as far as I can tell, but there she is there. That's kind of casual look, isn't it, with the beanie hat. And then here we've got her doing a bit of a selfie shot, ready for a night out or something, I guess. And then again, I mean, what's this? This is sort of cool casual. It's kind of leggings and trainers.
That's nice, isn't it?
Really nice. Interesting though, isn't it? This idea of not wanting to dress like a mum. What is dressing like a mum? What is it, Helen?
I've no idea. And it's one of those phrases that makes me go, ah! You know, because I just think we're just people and we dress like we dress.
And actually, you know, Emily,
you dress amazingly, but I'm sure you dress like that whether you're a mum or you weren't. I don't dress amazingly. I dress like this whether I was a mum or not. And dress like a mum, what does that mean? Does it mean everybody who is a mum is supposed to dress in a really rubbish way? Yeah,
well, I mean, Emily, hi Emily, she totally agrees. I love Fern Cotton. What exactly do you class as dressing like a mum, though? I mean, this is exactly what we're talking about. We don't really. I see most mums wearing things like the pics you've sent. We dress how we want.
Exactly. Just because you've given birth, I mean, you may be a different size or a different shape, but it doesn't mean that you're going to have suddenly become better at dressing or worse than dressing than you used to be.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to put less mascara on or more mascara on just because I've had a baby.
Yeah.
And actually, there's another thing as well, which is what really winds me up, is I think for people for whom having a baby can sometimes come with can be difficult at the beginning. And when I had my second, I did find it very difficult, and I had a few weeks where I was feeling really very miserable. And when you're feeling like that, maybe you do just live in tracksuit bottoms and whatever. And I remember seeing this phrase a lot, dress like a mum, frumpy mum. And I remember thinking, you know what, I'm just doing my best to get through the day, and I don't want another label around my neck saying, and I've got to look good as well. So it's a combination of those two things, isn't it? It's like, don't tell me that mums dress badly, but also give us a break, you know? We're just being people getting through our lives, and sometimes we're good at dressing and sometimes we're not.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree. Now, I just want to say, Helen, because we've got someone watching from Orlando.
Oh, wow.
Claire, hello. Wow, someone from over the pond. Very exciting. But and back to this celebrity issue. Emily says, I think there's too much pressure on celebrities. So people definitely, and someone saying definitely personal preference. Jodie, I guess you're talking there about the fact that people should have a choice about when they.
It doesn't matter how famous you are. I think it's your right to say when you're pregnant,
exactly.
when you want to.
Yeah. Oh, in Orlando they wear leggings, so that's what.
Oh, great! There you go.
She said leggings with a crying emoji. So, with a smear of snot down her leg.
Well, of course, maybe that's dressing like a mum. That's like looking really good, but you might have the odd trickle of baby milk or
yes. I mean, I always dressed up. I have always done, but there will always be baby puke here.
Yeah.
And I'm the most impractical. If the biggest earrings in the world, if I can buy them, I will. And of course, babies. I'm basically like a walking mobile for babies. So I think there is an element of practicality.
Yeah, and I guess there's things like, would you still wear white jeans?
Yes.
With a toddler?
Would you? Yeah.
Would you?
I mean, I avoided dresses because I thought top was easier with a skirt, because if you've got a dress then that's the whole outfit ruined, whereas if you change a top you've still got the bottoms on. And we've got Emily here. She says, I live in leggings. I dress it up or down with a nice top or makeup.
Well, there you go.
I completely agree with you. Having a baby can make you feel frumpy. You get past that point, I think there's too much pressure on mums.
Yeah.
Definitely agree with that. And again, Claudia, I'm not sure what dressing like a mum is. I try to dress to suit what I'm doing. And Karen, hi Karen, why do men not have stigma about how they dress? Well, yeah, it's always
Dress like
the
a
women,
dad.
isn't it? Just like I've never
Dress
had
like a
anyone
dad.
talk about dressing like a dad. We
But
do
you
get the
could
dad
start
bod
that.
at the
Dress
moment.
like a dad.
And Rachel here says, I'm very mumsy now. So she doesn't wear short things and cheaper stuff as it stains with kids. I mean, that's a really
true,
good
isn't
point.
it? And I know lots of people do think about, it used to be a thing to get your hair cut. You had very long
the
hair
mum
before
bob,
you had a baby.
yeah.
You had a little practical cut maybe
Yeah.
when you first have your baby. But then
Yeah.
it grows out and
Yeah.
that's fine. I get that too, but it doesn't mean that you're frumpy.
No, absolutely.
So Fern, we love you, but maybe...
Yeah, it's like a bit all phrase, isn't it? That
Yeah.
just like one thing. Kat here, actually, she says that she's a plus size mum. Hi, Kat. She said, I've actually found a new love for clothes during my pregnancy. I'm doing my best to emphasise my bumping, figure-hugging dresses that I may have
that's
avoided
true,
before.
actually. So if you are going
That's
to change the
really
way you dress, it
interesting.
may be when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
you may find that different things suit you, and that's
Yeah.
quite interesting. I quite enjoy
Yeah,
that.
yeah, really interesting.
So dress like a pregnant person.
Exactly. Brilliant. Well, it's good. We do love Fern, though, we have to say. And she
Yeah,
always
we
looks
do, and she
fabulous.
looks fabulous.
She could wear a potato sack and look fantastic,
couldn't
let's
she?
face it.
We should mention our prize again.
Oh, we should. So we've got this lovely little top seat. Someone asked what age. I think we've mentioned 8 to 30 months. So that's 8 months to just over 2 years for that one. So, and then we've got this little kangaroo. It's so
The kangaroo
adorable.
books are fab.
Oh, so cute. And then a lovely bundle of books, which includes some mog
books, and there's a David Williams book in there as well, I think.
Nice.
Yes.
Very
And-
nice. Quentin Blake.
And a blue kangaroo book. hence the book, yeah.
Brilliant. So loads of
Those are good
lovely,
books.
lovely
Keep
prizes
commenting.
there. Right,
We're
now,
loving your comments. Actually. They're brilliant.
we are. Thank you. Keep them coming, guys.
Someone's saying, talking about the other things that come along with looking like a mum, which are your stretch marks. But hey, that's certainly something that.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll be dressed like a mum. Maybe we cover them up. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we were also going to talk about going back to school, and the beginning of a term, and the beginning of homework,
Yes.
and the beginning of the kind of mad rush some people do to do loads and loads of activities. So
Yes.
we're just going to talk a little bit about how we feel about homework. I don't know how
Yeah.
you feel, Tara.
Well, I have to say, I've got a 5-year-old. She's very young. She's an August baby, so she's in year 1. She's in club, so she's in morning club and evening club, 8 till 6 every day, more than most people are in the office. And she gets a crazy amount of homework. She's panicking about it at 5 years old, worrying that it's not in on time, worrying that we're not doing it. The teacher refusing to mark it one time because it was in late. I mean, she's and she's 5 years old. So I'm already at the end of my tether with homework. I'm only in year 1 with my daughter. So Emily says that. Oh gosh, stress! It really is.
It is a stress. I think it's more of a stress for the parents than for the child.
Yeah, Emily's agreeing here. The first week back's been horrendous. My little boy is 5 and he's the same as your daughter. And I mean, Christmas homework. Bodhi had Christmas homework.
Yeah, mine had a little bit. Yeah. But also I have the opposite, which is just as stressful. It's like when you have kids who can't be bothered and don't want to do their homework and aren't stressed at all.
Yes.
You're stressed. They know, they have to get it in, and something will happen if they don't. But they really can't be bothered, and you have to go right, sit down, homework, and it's a bit like the thank you letters, moan, groan, and it just ruins your whole weekend.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we'd love to know, guys, what you think with this whole homework debate. Do your kids... I mean, different schools do different things. We know that some get set a load of homework to do throughout the term, so they have 8 weeks to do a certain amount of pieces. For some schools, it's actually optional, and they do what they can, and if you don't manage it, that's
some
fine.
there's none. And my son's primary school did a very scary thing once where they acknowledged all the parents being cross about too much homework. So they said, right, we're going to do creative homework. And creative homework was so much worse. Because rather than having a sheet of sums or a sheet of writing to do, which is what we were used to, very boring, they said things like, this weekend you can cook with your parents Please take a picture or bring in what you've cooked.
Oh.
Or, can you create something with a dice, a 2p coin, and a bit of fishing line? And you'd think it's on Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Fishing line? Where am I going to get a fishing line from? And it was a total nightmare. So I really don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, I mean, we've got loads of comments coming in. Amanda
brilliant.
here says, I'm finding sticking to some kind of routine helps. As soon as we have a day off, he doesn't want to do it. So I guess maybe making sure they do a little
That's
bit every
true.
day.
It becomes a thing you do all the time.
Yeah, and then Lucy, hi Lucy, she says, luckily my boys had a homework-free Christmas. Well, that's, you know, I mean, I had a work-free Christmas. I would expect my 5-year-old to have done, but she didn't. And then Charlotte, reading has always been very important to me, and I'll pass the hobby down to my firstborn in June. Oh, hope it's going well for you, Charlotte. Let us know how you're getting on with the pregnancy.
And reading, that's true, reading is important. But, you know, it's difficult, isn't it? Because I've got some children at secondary school now, and they have a lot of homework. And I think if they hadn't been used to doing homework from primary school, it would have been even more of a shock. Yeah. So there's something in starting that routine, however gruesome, however horrible.
Oh, five seems so young to be worrying.
It's so young. There has to be a happy medium, doesn't there? And I think also it's okay if as a parent we go, you know what, we didn't do it this weekend because X, Y, Z. And as long as you're not doing that every weekend, I think the teacher should go, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't know. Maybe that's a bit controversial.
Emily's saying here that her son, who's 5, is doing cursive writing. I don't know what the heck it is. I don't know
joined
what that
up,
is.
isn't it?
Oh, joined up. It's pressure.
That's really hard at 6.
And he had maths homework. I have to agree, Emily. I'm with you on that. I just think it's all getting a bit much. But it is. I mean, we've got a dad here, in fact, who's told us that his wife is worried that their children don't have enough homework because she knows that all the other schools in the area are giving their kids loads, so she's thinking 18 years ahead when they're applying for
kind of can't
uni
help that.
places.
And it's so hard to know what's right. And everyone has a different what's right for their child, and that's what's difficult, isn't it?
Oh, cursive writing is curly writing.
Thanks,
Thanks, Emily.
Joined up clever bits.
Yes,
that I could never do.
Brilliant.
And then, let's not talk about school anymore.
No,
I'm feeling a bit stressed already. Let's talk about being pregnant, and in the last bit of pregnancy, when you're huge and you're feeling huge and everything's a bit much. We were really, really sympathetic with Billy Fayers the other day when she said she was complaining she couldn't reach her legs anymore to shave them because of the bump. And she came up with this.
She's seen this somewhere. Have any of you seen this? Heard of it or even owned one? It's like a really long razor to get all the way
it's genius, actually.
Brilliant, isn't it? I mean, all those things when you're pregnant that we could really do with.
And you could have one for when you're you could keep it for when you're older too. Couldn't
Exactly.
You know, like those pickup sticks that people have. You could still shave your legs when you're 90 if you wanted to.
So guys, what in terms of things that pregnancy things you'd have found really helpful, are there any gadgets like this that you'd have liked? I mean,
especially in late pregnancy.
Yeah,
you know what I would have liked? I would have liked something I could. This is impossible, but something I could have done with my shoes, so that I could get my swollen 3rd trimester feet into them. I didn't have to buy new shoes that I'd never wear again.
Yes.
And my shoes that I loved, like you can get extenders on bras and
things.
I would have liked a shoe expander.
You can get coat expanders now.
Yes,
those are clever. You have your usual coat, but you get a bit, or you can buy a coat that has an extra bit so you can go over your bum. Yeah.
Or maybe you just need permission to come into work in flip-flops or something. It was
but
just
you can't when it's freezing cold. You've got to have boots on, haven't you, in the
slippers
winter.
Or something,
Emily says she couldn't paint her toenails. Rhiannon, I bought myself a little picker. I don't know what.
You mean a picker?
Sorry, a litter picker.
Oh, a litter picker. Well, that's what I was talking about.
Litter picker.
Things up
Yes.
Yeah, brilliant.
Sorry, Rhiannon.
Brilliant.
I was thinking what's a little picker, but it's a litter picker. And Emily said she found a cuddle pillow really helpful.
So the cuddle pillow, is that the same as the pregnancy pillow, the triangular pillow?
Yeah, maybe.
Because I've got a funny story about that. So yes, first pregnancy, very big bump, 3rd trimester, couldn't get comfortable in bed. My other half read about these pregnancy pillows that were meant to be the answer. So he ordered me one and we got really excited. And the first few nights I used it and I just said, well, it's just not working. I don't understand why this is meant to be so good. It makes no sense to me at all. And then a friend asked me, she said, how do you use it? And I explained, and she just fell about laughing. So what I hadn't understood was these are triangular shaped pillows, and what you do if you lie on your side is you just sort of wedge the pillow under your bump so it has something to kind of soft to rest on.
Yeah.
It isn't just like. So I thought what you did was you lay on your back and you put the pregnancy pillow over your bum. So I was lying there with this great sort of tent of duvet over me with nothing happening, just like being really uncomfortable with this big draft.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, Emily
That's
says
great.
they're brilliant, but obviously if you're using them the right way. Not
Yes,
if you've
thank
just
you,
got them
Emily.
like a wigwam over you. Brilliant.
And Tara, you had another story you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I'm interested in looking into this, and I don't know if any of you guys out there have had this, but I've spoken to a few people lately who actually found they had a male midwife when it came to having their baby, and I was just wondering because we've been talking quite a lot on the site and on Facebook about dads being at the birth, and were you glad your partner was at the labour with you, or do you think you would rather have had somebody else? And also another big story for us this week has been whether your partner stayed with you after you'd given birth. Were they able to stay the night?
And
in
if so,
hospital? Did you find
that a good
helpful?
idea?
Yeah. Would you like that?
Lovely response to that.
But the other part of that was male midwives, and whether how you would feel if you'd had a male midwife. Do you know anyone who's experienced that?
Me?
Wow! Actually in labour.
Actually in labour,
Ooh.
yes. So my third baby, we arrived a bit late, and then the head poke round the door and said, do you mind if I'm your midwife?
Oh, so they asked you specifically?
Yes, they did
didn't
ask.
just assume?
They did ask
Okay.
first, and I did for like a microsecond think, maybe not. And then
Yeah.
I thought, well, I've had male doctors prodding me. It was a
Yeah.
training hospital, so they had lots of trainee doctors looking at you. And I thought, well, who know? He's a midwife. He knows what he's doing. I wouldn't object to, a male doctor. So I'm being a bit prejudiced here. So I said, yeah. And do you know what? He was the loveliest midwife of all my 3 births. He was the loveliest. He was so calm and so respectful, which is quite a big thing when you're a man doing an internal examination on a woman in labour. He's so respectful and just the loveliest person. And in the end, it came down to being his personality and his expertise. And actually, I didn't feel uncomfortable at all. I can understand why some people might. And maybe I'd have felt a bit different if I hadn't had my partner with me as well, someone else in the room with me. Maybe if I'd been on my own.
Yes,
actually, I think that might have felt a bit awkward.
Yeah, now Rhiannon here, she's having her son in 5 days. Goodness, good luck, Rhiannon. Hope it goes well. And she says, my husband will definitely be there, but I'm not sure about the male midwife.
Oh, and there's Jess. Jess is saying she'd be horrified if she had a man.
Oh, goodness.
Well, fair enough. I mean, as long as they ask you and you have the right to say no, I think that's
right.
okay.
Yeah, I can totally understand. I mean, Samantha Walker, she says, I wouldn't mind. Hi, Samantha, I wouldn't mind a male. I just need the pain to stop. I think I've
That's right. If the man can do it
Who was
faster.
in there? You could have all the judges from The Voice and all the contestants and anyone you
that's
like
the
in
thing,
there.
isn't it? By the time you're that far gone in labour, you could have anybody in the room with you and you don't care.
Yeah, yeah. But that's a really interesting one, and really nice to know from any of you who actually did have a male midwife.
Yeah,
I didn't
and
know
also-
that because it's still quite unusual.
And also thinking about your partner as well. Maybe I think that's something that you were saying, Jess, is for commenting that maybe she'd be okay with it, but her husband wouldn't. Maybe the husband wouldn't like there to be a male midwife. That's another thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody, a man touching
That's
their partner.
That's really true.
Do let us know what you think. We really love to hear about this one. Because we know there are loads and loads more male midwives, and that's a good thing too, but maybe it's not for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, Laura here has said, I had fertility issues and all my exams were males. I would actually feel more comfortable with a male midwife. Maybe that's because you've had male interactions previously. In the end, I had to have a C-section, but next time I wouldn't mind. Oh, Lizzie here, during my labour, I had a male nurse examine me. I didn't have a problem with it at all. Tracy, I would definitely be nervous about a male midwife.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
I don't know if I'd have the confidence to ask for a female. So that's
the thing. You don't want to be rude.
If they say, "Do you mind?"
And actually, do you know what? I'm thinking back to when they asked me, and I think they sent a woman in to ask me. So
Right.
I think I'd have been all right saying no because I've been saying no, not to the male midwife.
Yeah. Oh, if he came in and said,
if he
"Do you
came in
mind
and said,
having
"Do you mind?"
me?"
then I would have been
you'd
too
feel a
embarrassed to
bit-
say
yeah,
no,
exactly.
even if I wanted to.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, and Lizzie here actually is also the male nurse was a lot more gentle than my midwife.
Well, that was my experience. I don't know why that was so, but that was certainly my experience. Maybe I don't know.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
Well, love to know any more thoughts.
Yes,
if
do
you've
keep
got any
telling
friends
us.
as well who've had that experience, we'd really love to hear them and put that out onto the site and see what people think. But really interesting.
Yeah. And we're going to show you the prize one more time.
One more time.
Yep.
Hoppy kangaroo.
Blue kangaroo.
There he is. And it's brilliant, sort of portable top seat.
Yeah,
you
well, I
can
do
take
recommend
around.
those. They
Yeah,
are
it's
brilliant.
great. And then again, this lovely bundle of books.
Fabulous books.
No homework allowed, just really lovely.
So do
reading
keep
for your
commenting
kids there.
and liking, and your name will go into the hat.
Yeah.
As the winner, and we'll
Yeah,
announce the
tomorrow
winner
morning.
tomorrow morning
on this post.
So you have until midnight tonight
Yes.
to watch.
Absolutely.
And thank you very much for watching.
Lovely, thank
and we
you.
will see you next time.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.
We're having trouble turning it off. Maybe we need to do that first.